Hi. Looking for solutions instead of problems. How do I do that? I mean, I'm not looking for love. I've been married for 25 years.
No point in looking for love then.
He's yeah, he makes me crazy though. I mean, we've talked about that. He makes me crazy.
Well, the first thing you have to acknowledge is, does it seem logical to you at all that in the formulation of a problem, the solution has formulated too?
Well, that's what I heard. and I believe
we
that,
assume you
yes.
heard it because we said it into your ear.
Right.
But we're asking you that now you've heard it and now you've had a chance to think about it a little bit. Is it logical?
It is logical.
In every particle of the universe is that which is wanted and absence of it. So in the creation of a problem, there is a creation of a solution, but the problem is a different vibrational frequency than the solution. So you have all created solutions to every problem, and you've all attracted answers to every question. But the question is, where are you in vibrational relationship to it? If you keep hammering at the problem, then you keep the problem active. So you have to understand that when you ask, it is given. So you've asked, so let it go. Stop beating the question into the ground. Stop keeping the problem so active that the solution can't be realized by you. Because if you are so aware of the problem and so ready to talk about it, and you've got all the facts all lined up and all the details lined up, and the universe is saying solution, and you're just shouting problem, and the universe is saying solution, solution over here, and you're just shouting problem, you're not going to hear it. You gotta shut up.
I feel like all the tapes, all the YouTube videos that I listen to, because I hear, don't bring it into your vibration.
So are you arguing for your limitations?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not, because
So do you believe that there's a solution that exists?
Well, the path of least resistance. That's another thing I'm curious about.
Well, don't change the subject.
No, I'm wondering if that's part of the solution.
Well, the path of least resistance is the path to the solution. But if you don't believe that there's a solution, then there is no path for you.
No, I know there's a solution.
So you do
I do, yes, I do believe that. I just would like to be open to seeing it.
So what you're saying is, show me the solution and then I'll believe it.
No, I
So
don't.
yes, that's what you're saying. You're saying, never mind all this thoughts turning to things business. When it gets over here, then I'll believe it. And we say, then it's never going to get over there. You can't need to see it before you believe it, because it can't get there under those conditions. Oh, it can get there for other people that you can then be envious of. And it can get there for other people and then use that as your reason to beat up on yourself and feel unworthy. But you got to believe it for you. And it's here, but you can't see it. And we can't help it if you can't see it. We see it, 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 we see it. Well, that's not enough for you. You say, show me. Can't show you because you can't see it. Well, show me. Well, you can't see it. Show me. Well, you can't see it. Show me. Well, you can't see it. Well, show me. Well, you can't see it. Well, here it is over here. Well, what does it look like? Well, it looks like relief. It feels like relief, and it feels like awareness, and it feels like confidence, and it feels like fun, and it feels like unfolding, and it feels like more, and it feels like getting better and better, and it feels like evolving, and it feels like more, and it feels like improvement. It feels like all of those things. No, I don't want to hear that crap. I want to see the solution. You say you can't get there. You can't get there. You cannot skip over these steps. That's like you would be saying to us, I want some corn, and would say, all right, we'll plant some. And you'd say, no, I want it now. And we'd say, well, it's coming. You say, now, I want it now. And we say, well, it exists. It's coming. We promise you. And you say, I don't believe it. I don't believe it's coming until you put that corn in my hand. I do not believe it. And we say, but it's coming. It's coming. I don't believe it. Well, you're too smart for that. You know the corn is coming. You know that it's logical for it to come. And so why isn't this other every bit as logical? It is exactly the same thing.
Yes. Yes, I agree. And so if my law of attraction, if I am attracting all of these good things, if I am looking for happiness, which is the most important thing for me, and then he, on the other hand, is pulling all this other stuff because he is just so unhappy. How do two people live together like that?
It's harder if you're up close to that. It's harder. But we I had a really wonderful conversation earlier that you create your own reality. And so you can use anything in the world as your excuse to not be in alignment with who you really are. And a lot of people will gather together with you and validate. They'll say, that's a really good reason. We wouldn't be able to feel good under those conditions either. But what it comes down to, you see, people that are so easy to be around, they don't help you at all. They don't, because you know what they do? They teach you that all you have to do is look here and feel happy, which is the opposite of what we've been talking about all day here today, because we're asking you to find resonance with who you really are. Feel how dead-ended, feel how ending oriented. Of course, there cannot be this ending because the universe doesn't work that way, but feel how dead-ended this is to say, I need to see this good feeling thing in order to feel good. And since I can't see it, I do not feel good. But I need to see it to feel good. But since I don't see it, I don't feel good. And feel how, if you could perpetuate that, you could actually cease to exist. Because there would be no more becoming. I want more and I see not more, and therefore I do not see more, so more cannot come. Where what eternity is all about is, I see the absence of something which causes me to launch this rocket of desire, and now source is on it. And so my awareness of what I don't want, my problem, has created a solution. And so more is the mantra and the experience of the universe. So don't ask yourself to be the exception to the law of attraction. Don't ask yourself to be the exception. Be proactive in your own experience. Decide that how you feel is up to you.
Right. No, I mean, I know that. Every morning I get up and I walk for a half an hour and I'm listening to you. And it's so amazing. And every day I get so overjoyed that I'm in tears because I don't have any other way for it to come out. And I was afraid I was going to come up here and cry. And it's just because I'm so happy. I feel like I have a rainbow coming out of my mouth half the time. He doesn't like that.
Well, we think you're making a lot of this up. Because we know that sometimes you get into alignment and it feels really wonderful. And then when you're not in alignment, it feels really awful. And then you're spending a lot of time trying to justify why you're not in alignment. And you don't have to justify why you're not in alignment. And when you stop trying to justify why you're not in alignment, you'll stop blaming him. And when you stop blaming him, you'll be in alignment more of the time. People say to us all the time, is it normal for chaos to explode in my life when I begin to meditate? And we say yes. Because when you meditate, you find resonance with who you really are, and you like it. And then when you're not in that resonance, you almost can't stand it. And so the same sort of thing is happening here. But in both cases, you see, it's a sort of conditional experience. The condition of the recordings is causing you to feel good. The conditions of what's going on with another person is causing you to feel bad. So you're allowing the conditions to control your experience. And that, in fact, is why so many people are insistent on improving a condition so that I can look at an improved condition and then I can feel better. That's why they want to control each other. That's why you get bigger bombs, and it's why you put borders up, and it's why you try to control what everybody does. And look at the mess that's going on, as nobody's taking responsibility for how they feel. Everybody's giving the responsibility to what everybody else is doing, and it's your fault that I feel bad because you're doing that. And the disempowerment is just rampant, you see. So finally, you just got to say, you can all do whatever you want to do, but you can't get in my head, and you can't make me think, and you can't make me offer a vibration, because I have the capacity to sit for 15 or 20 minutes and quiet my mind and cause my vibration, or allow my vibration to rise. And then I have access to the way my source sees the world for a little bit. And yeah, I might get out into the day and I might lose that connection, because I might look over there and have this fight with you and this fight with you, and turn on the television and have this fight with all of you. I might be doing some of that, but tomorrow I can meditate again, and I can quiet my mind, and I can allow my vibration to rise. And in time, I can find such true resonance with who I am that I can love someone who is hating me. I can be happy when someone's not happy. I can understand why they're not happy and not lose my happiness over their not happiness. But it takes focus. It takes some momentum. That would be like saying, I'm going to get enough momentum going and I'm going to run past this train, and I've got a big hook on my hitch to my wagon, and I'm going to get running so fast that I'm going to grab hold of that train, and when I hook onto it, it's going to go with me. And we say, probably not. It's probably just going to jerk you right back to its stationary position. But in the laws of the universe, the way they are, if your momentum is strong enough, then resistance as it comes is inconsequential to you. It's inconsequential. But you all don't let resistance be inconsequential, because you keep making it consequential by your attention to it. If you keep telling the story of the things that are holding you back, you're held back. But if you're telling the story of how nothing holds you back, nothing holds you back. This is why the conversation that we had with our friend a little bit ago about looking for the perfect relationship. We don't want you to have perfect relationships. We don't want those people who are up close to you to be the reason that you feel good. We want you to feel good whether they're with you or not. We want you to feel good whether they feel good or not, but we don't want you to be dependent upon any other, because they will let you down every single time, because it is not their job to buoy you. They are not the source of your resources. They are not the source of your resources. And you tell each other that you will be. You say to each other, I promise you that no matter how bad you are, I will love you anyway. Well, you make these ridiculous promises to each other because you believe that how you feel is in large part the responsibility of those who you are with. And it's never working out for any of you. We are surprised that you haven't given that up a long time ago. A long time ago. This is a really good time for a segment of refreshment.